So we finally got to the moment in The Last of Us Season 2, Episode 2. And I gotta say, for the episode, I was a little disappointed. Spoilers for The Last of Us. So for the people that have played the game, we knew this moment was coming from the second they announced they're doing a live action Last of Us television show. We finally saw the unaliving of Joel from the character of Abby. Which is also why Zaddy Pascal is free to be in so many other projects because he doesn't have to worry about being in The Last of Us anymore. God damn, this man is so fun. Like the things I would do to this man. Now, overall, I did enjoy the episode, but the biggest reason I was disappointed with this episode is it wasn't gay enough for me. Now, for those of you that have played the game, you know what I'm about to reference, but for those of you that haven't, there's a scene that happened in yesterday's episode where Ellie and Jesse end up in a store where there's a bunch of weed, and they reference it used to belong to the character of Eugene. In the game, that scene is between Ellie and Dina. That scene did a lot to push their characters both individually and them as a couple, because before that, Ellie just thought that Dina kissed her just because she was drunk. It was a party, but it was establishing that no, Dina actually has feelings for Ellie. It was just a cute scene between these two queer women. If you want to see the scene and you haven't played the game, it's definitely up on YouTube. Just look up Dina Ellie Weed Shop. For the life of me, I can't figure out why they decided to switch that, because what they did and putting Joel with Dina and then putting her to sleep, now we've got less of Dina. We know less about this character than we do the video game version. And I also can't figure out what would be different now that they had Dina be there when Joel gets unalived, as opposed to still keeping it the same. Because when what happens with Joel, Ellie wants to go after them to get revenge. Guess who goes with her even though she wasn't there? Dina. More than likely, Dina's going to go with Ellie as well. So, like, you still could have accomplished the same task, but given more to the character of Dina by having it be the way it was in the games. And I get you want to be different from the games. You don't want to have the same exact beats. That's why they did the raid on Jackson with all the infected, which is something that was very different from the game. I appreciated that storyline, but in trying to be different, you also took away from a fan favorite character, which was Dina. And like I said, you took out a pivotal character moment between two queer characters. Yeah, overall, I did enjoy the episode. That was just the one thing I was mostly disappointed with. But anyway, tonight, Monday, April 21st, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be going live on my Boo Boob channel to talk full spoilers for Sinners. So if you saw Sinners, come pull up in the chat and let's talk.